All right. Hi, everyone. Today we're going to be talking about common problems for virtual teams, and our theme is conflict. My name is Samantha Trumbull, and we are joined by Mark, Leilani, Dean, and Carson.
So, why conflict happens in virtual teams? One reason is a lack of in-person cues, which can make it hard to interpret people's tone and intent. Also, a difference in schedules, culture, and expectations can disrupt collaboration. Research done by Hines and Mortensen showed that disrupted teams often experience higher task and relationship conflict because of a lack of shared context. Overall, unclear communication, norms, and lack of nonverbal cues make virtual conflict almost unavoidable.
Types and impacts of conflict. Conflict happens in every team and it's not always bad. The key is understanding what types of conflict you're dealing with and how it impacts performance. The first one's task conflict, which focuses on the what. Disagreements about goals or work ideas, such as disagreements about goals or work ideas. It can be productive since it sparks creativity and better decisions when handled respectfully. The second one is process conflict, and that's about the how. Who does what or how tasks are completed. This can slow progress if people feel roles aren't clear or workloads aren't fair. And the third is relationship conflict, which is emotional or personal. This is rooted in the feelings, and this is the most damaging because it kills trust and collaboration. A little healthy debate can strengthen a team, but when emotions take over, conflict becomes destructive. Awareness and communication are the key.
All right, now we're going to be talking about research-supported solutions. First is to establish psychological safety. In the Edmondson article, it talks about how encouraging people to speak up early and respectfully allows them to become more comfortable in an online setting. Next, we're going to be talking about how to set clear communication norms. In the Gibson and Gibbs research article, one of the ways to mitigate conflict in virtual teams is by establishing trust. In the article, it suggests that teams leaders should create opportunities for team bonding and encourage open communication and promote transparency. Another way that Gibson and Gibbs tell us to stop conflict on virtual teams is to clarify roles and responsibilities. They recommend establishing clear expectations, roles, and goals for every team member so there's no confusion and this promotes productivity. Lastly, we're going to be talking about cultural awareness. When being on a virtual team, it is very likely that you will be working with people in different time zones and from different cultures. When working with other people around the world as a leader, you need to have a flexible schedule, set a common meeting time, and make sure the team is respecting everyone's culture.
Yeah, so our team found a real world application where this happened. We all remember the COVID-19 lockdowns. During these lockdowns, companies like Microsoft and Deloitte found that they had a lot more conflict among teams. And this really just spiked during remote work. And we believe a lot of this was because of unclear communication norms. So our team brainstormed, and some of the prevention tips we came up with were weekly to bi-weekly check-ins with team members and perhaps with a manager as well. This kind of just encourages really open communication, honest dialogue. We think that a lot of these conflicts maybe started from small issues that then like festered into something much worse. So ideally, these check-ins would kind of nip that in the bud. And a second prevention tip we came up with was a defined feedback process or like a playbook of sorts. This is just kind of to, I guess, add like rails to the feedback process, make sure it's not coming across as like too critical or like overly emotional. It's kind of just a better way to ensure that there's open, honest feedback, but like no one's taking it more personally than they should. And yeah, our team really just believes that communication between group members can be made better by having a process and structure to resolve conflict and provide feedback.
All right, and that's the end of our presentation. Here are our references, and thanks for listening.